better people.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to get to a solid half guard where you're going to be able to smash pass him.
All right, so we got Pablo Castro. I mean, he's world champ.
World champ, UFC trainer.
Strong style Brasa.
Strong style Brasa.
He's been here at King of the Mat. He's won before.
Yeah.
Bradley Bukovics, old no hips over here.
Freshly minted black belt.
Just got his black belt from Helsin.
Man, I don't think that thing's out the wrapper yet.
And he took this fight. He took this matchup on short notice. Vitor Oliveira got injured, which, man, I was dying to see that. That would have been a great match to see.
My gosh, two of the best in Ohio for sure.
And you know, I'm a little biased. Brad's my buddy.
Now, did Pablo have the knee brace the last time you rolled, or is this something new?
I can't remember. I've been punched in the head a couple times. So Brad sits. Brad likes working this butterfly guard. He likes to be inside if he's so he can attack. Now Brad's been a competitive dude. He's done a lot of competitions. You see him at all the local competitions pretty much.
It's tough. You don't want to let him pass.
Pablo was using that knee slide really well.
But I think pulling guard was the smartest decision for Brad.
I don't think Brad's going to out-wrestle Pablo.
No. Pablo, obviously a very solid wrestler. High level.
And he's very good at guillotines.
Yep. He's going to use the back right off this. Start working a rear naked choke.
Brad's in a little bit of trouble here.
We got 9 minutes. That's a long time to have a guy this good on your back.
He's got to worry about this choking hand first. And then head position kind of second.
Yeah. Obviously, the ideal would be to switch head position.
Yeah,
but right now that choke is so deep and such a threat. The choke's not deep, but the choking arm is at such a deep level that we have to worry about that.
And that's where it gets. But the head position is kind of keeping Brad from turning into that choke, which is what he would like to do.
Yeah.
So that's tough.
And you don't want to go other side down to the dead side.
So good thing is Brad's not freaking out here. He's just, but Pablo is being very patient and controlling.
That's just years of drilling, years of grappling, just years of experience in general.
I like how he's elevating the hip and still working that choke hand deeper.
If he can start getting his back to the mat, he'll be okay. He can start working back to half.
Yep. See that? I agree, Dion. Pablo's very dangerous. Wow, that's impressive defense for Brad to get out of that position. On a high-level guy, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Pablo's as good as they come around here.
We got 7 minutes remaining. Brad's kind of working the knee shuttle. I think he's going to work. Yeah, he's going to try to work back in for
butterfly.
He does not want to have Pablo's knee inside. Pablo's so good with those slicer passes. Pablo's actually got some back step leg attacks from here. I believe he hit that on Tony.
Yeah, we saw it in the Tony matches.
A lot of jockeying for position.
Now, what weight was this at?
I think they're very similar to the same weight. I probably 185-ish.
Cool. Bringing him back to the center.
Yeah, I don't know if Pablo liked that restart, but I think it's a fair restart.
Yeah, but you don't want to put them in a position against the mat where they're going to end up in a worse position that they have to reset in.
I mean, Pablo's so good at getting that knee through, and that's where, there you go. Good job, Brad. Now look at how Brad's inside, and I think that's where Brad feels like he can attack here.
He's got to control those grips, though. He's got to control those grips.
It is such a difficult task.
Easier said than done.
Yeah,
of course.
To control his grips against not only a high-level black belt, but Pablo has a wrestling background, and he's definitely aware what's going on. He's definitely aware of all the attacks Brad wants to do here. He's not even.
And when I think by all accounts, Brad's not expected to win this match. So being competitive with Pablo, being able to, hang with a guy at this level and possibly, we're not taking anything away from Brad, whether he can win or not, but being able to last and continue not control him, but
yeah, I'd like to see Brad sit here or go right into his leg attack.
Yeah, he's not going to hit a takedown.
No matter what happens on it, nice. That's exactly. See, Pablo was very aware.
Sits
very
right
aware.
on that left leg. He's not letting him angle with the hips, which is good.
Well, Brad's needs to elevate the hips at this point to get any attacks that he wants, and that's just not happening right now.
That involves having hips, though. As we know, Brad has none.
Old no hips has none. But if you guys don't know Brad, and maybe you just know him from the commentary, he is.
Or the Open Mat Podcast.
Yeah, Open Mat Podcast. Check us out, man. He puts as much work on the mat as anybody I know. Trains 5-6 days a week, every week.
Gone to New York, gone to Vegas.
Yeah. He just competed down in Columbus.
Yeah, at the Arnold Classic.
Yeah. And actually, I believe he hurt his ankle a little bit. So
we can say that now because they aren't going to tell him that his ankle's hurt.
Pablo attacking the head. Pablo is known for being very good on those guillotines. Nice defense, Brad. Very solid work. Did we just get a stalling warning on Pablo?
Don't know. I don't know how either of them could get called for stalling. Pablo's obviously trying to pass.
I think maybe when Pablo stood up and started,
I guess that happens a couple times.
So I think Brad wants to get some inside control. Nice little slide by there, attempt by Pablo. Marcus, I agree. Pablo is controlling the pace a little bit. I mean, Brad's attacking. Brad is trying to push the pace.
Pops his head out the guillotine there.
So I believe we have 3 minutes remaining. Two 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining.
Brad working Z-guard. Pablo looking for that pass again, obviously. Controlling that head.
And that's where Pablo gets dangerous. If he can get on your head, he's got a lot of stuff in there.
Looks like he's going to go Darce choke.
Brad
clears
frames.
that arm. Are you surprised we haven't seen Pablo fall on a leg yet? Maybe switch it up.
I'm not as surprised, really. I think probably most people are, especially will know that Brad's been putting a lot of work in on the legs probably. Then
Brad goes for a shot.
So I think Brad's just kind of getting impatient and
Yeah.
kind of fell into Pablo's trap there.
And
And this is where Pablo's going to get things tight. See, the hard part here is the head position.
yeah, and
But now they're fighting the choke hand.
Pablo's done so good twice with that head position too.
He can work. Brad checking out the clock a little bit, which I can't see because they just moved it on me. 1 minute and 30 seconds.
90 seconds.
So Brad's fighting the choke hand. Like I said, he's got to try and fight the choke hand, and then work his head position. So he's getting his head flat.
He's got that head.
See, look up. That's beautiful work by Pablo to keep his head.
Yeah.
So look, he's just basically going to he's going to switch him out. Okay. Solid work, man. Wow.
It's a very good match. Very good match. Did he just pull hair out of his mouth?
Something. Hopefully it was hair out of his mouth and not something out of his nose.
I mean, look at Brad's head. It's obviously just...
It's not Brad's hair.
It's falling off by the second.
So we're We have 35 seconds remaining. And this is where things are going to get interesting. If Brad can hang on for 30 seconds, once you get down to overtime, man, anything can happen.
Game.
Of course, Mr. Leduc, Brad's defense is solid. I try to beat the crap out of him all the time. So he's
and he goes for the leg entanglement. Might be a hair too late, though.
I can't see the clock. Wow. Okay, we are going to overtime.
Is this the first overtime? Oh, no.
Not
the Edwards.
All right, so.
What is he pulling out?
It's probably part of Brad's hip.
Is it tape from his...
Oh, contact. He lost the contact.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. That makes more sense now.
All right, that makes more sense.
All right.
All right, so guys, we are in overtime here. We're gonna have alternating choice, and then yeah, Matt, it was a contact lens. You're smarter than me. I didn't figure it out right away.
None of us did. Guessed hair. I thought maybe he was chewing gum for a second. I don't know, man.
Jeff Starr used to beat the snot out of me.
It's better than a toothpick. Like
while
that.
chewing gum.
So demoralizing.
It is. Jeff Starr would be like, all right, I'd like to see this get moving. How long? I mean,
injury timeout.
All right.
Obviously, it looks like.
All right, so, hey, Donnie. Eagle Eye Walker is watching.
Oh, what up, Donnie? UFC veteran.
UFC veteran.
I miss you.
So Pablo's on the back.
Now, who got choice?
So Pablo chose the back.
I'm surprised he chose to go first, though.
I'm not sure how that worked. I don't know if they flipped it or what. So we're going to keep track of escape time.
Yep, or sub time.
So
he's got to get that head to the mat. Start turning what used to be his hips down.
It's probably a little unfair if Brad doesn't have any hips.
Looks like we're just going face crank at this point.
I mean, it's still a submission attempt.
Oh yeah,
it's
100%.
keeping it's adding up that riding time. So Brad's working.
He's still got that head, and he's still got that hip locked.
That's where it gets tough. It's just such a tough spot here.
If you can scoot that shoulder to the mat. Nope, he's still got the.
All right.
It is.
So Brad's
oh
escape time is 1:03. Now, I believe if Brad can submit him in this, he's gonna get the win, right?
That's correct.
So, what is Brad taking here? I'm assuming Brad's gonna take armbar because that's what. I just think he feels like he's more successful to get the sub here.
That's what I would have went with had mine gone to overtime. I would have gone the armbar position, that spiderweb position.
So Brad doesn't have to really rush it. He's just got to get the sub, right? It doesn't matter if he
get the sub or get the control. You know, I think you hold on to that defense, or you hold on to that position, control that leg, and then slowly start working for that sub. Oh, and he's out.
All right, 34 seconds.
Obviously puts Brad in a bit of a hole right now.
Yeah, so Brad's down about 29 seconds. So
and Pablo's going to go for that spiderweb.
Interesting. I thought he might take the back and just get some more escape time or more riding time.
I think he feels confident that he can escape his submissions. The submissions of Brad, and this spiderweb position is just such a.
Brad's actually pretty solid at the defense here.
Now he's just got to clear that elbow.
I've always been pretty impressed with Brad at this position. Because believe it or not, I like to go offensively here.
Yes, I'm aware. But he looks like that. Oh, and he's out.
Nice. Great job. Wow.
That was surprising. It looks like he's going to take the back now. I think he's going to work for riding time right now.
I mean, Brad is tough on the back, though. I mean,
Man, Pablo's already got that hip turn, though. He's got to switch to the body lock if I'm Brad. Get that control.
Hold on, I can't see.
Can't see what the arms are doing. It doesn't look like there's much of a threat there right now. But if he can keep him belly down, that's a good way to add up this riding time, especially crossing his feet under. He's got to sink those hips, but start walking that right hand up. It looks like he's muffling him, and he's trying to just creep that right arm up.
So if Brad gets a submission here, he wins, correct?
I believe so. It looks like he's got it deep. Now he just needs to clear that left hand from under Pablo's armpit, and there it is. He's going to start going for the Russian. He's really got to crank drive that shoulder in.
So he's going to go more of a cranky. Now is he going to?
And I can't see right now.
I wish I could
see.
see.
I think the choke is no longer a threat. I think he's starting to work that escape. If I'm Brad, I'm really starting to go. And it looks like he's out.
113. 113.
And what was his escape time in the last one?
So 34. So Pablo's total escape time right now is at 1 minute 47 seconds.
What's Brad's at?
Brad's at 1 minute and 26 seconds. So Brad's slightly ahead.
Brad needs to escape and then hold on. Looks like he's going to have a 21-second window to work with. Man, what a matchup this has turned out to be.
This has been great, guys.
I like what Brad's doing, clearing that foot with his foot. Now he's just got to start working those hips out. Start working those hips out. And he's almost there. I can't see where Pablo's hands are in terms of the neck. Brad obviously doing a very good job of avoiding the submission so far. And was able to rack up some huge riding time in the last one.
I cannot see the grip in any way.
The right arm is not a threat at the moment. I can't see where the left arm is. Looks like Brad is almost out. And are we calling that? Yep, that is an escape. Another 103. So Brad needs to hold on 42 seconds, I believe, or 43, I think. Yeah, he's got all the times now.
So, Brad, this is the last one. Brad's total escape time is 229. If
43 seconds.
Yeah, 43 seconds. If
43.
Pablo needs to be out in 43 seconds.
Brad wins.
Right, I'm doing that correct.
We're good.
All right.
You're a math teacher. I almost decided to go to school for teaching math.
So Brad's got to hold on for 43 seconds.
Now, what's your thought at this point? Do you just go body lock and ride for that control time, get that win on control?
No, I'm not a really big body lock guy.
Or you just hope to sink those hips in and really just control everything?
Yeah. I actually prefer not. I prefer to go to kind of similar how Pablo was riding the back.
Yeah.
Where he didn't have two boots.
No, I think this is the mistake that he's made. He's turned to his back twice.
I don't know how much.
And
I think going belly down really gives Brad a lot of time to ride.
That's what allowed him to rack up a lot of riding time in the last round. And I think Brad learned from going from spiderweb in the first round. He's twisting. He escaped.
What's the time?
I don't know what the time is.
Oh, okay. All right. We were okay. Sweet. All right.
Wow.
So, Brad, they won in 3 overtimes. Wow. Great.
That was cool.
That was great work, man. Unbelievable.
Congratulations.
That was great, man. It was good work. Now that's kind of how it goes in this type of rule set.
Yeah,
you know?
especially those overtime rules. They really.
I mean, Brad just had enough time, and I think Pablo definitely had the highest amount of control. I mean,
I agree.
during regulation, and